And we are live. Welcome to What's Your Grails. I'm your host, Tony Sanders. And with me tonight is a very special guest from Florida. A lot of Florida boys out there. I love y'all guys. Y'all are good. Uh, Hialeah Comic Bro.
Awesome, man. Thank you for having me, man. It's an honor. I
Man, I'm
couldn't.
glad. I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah, bro. I was just telling Tony the story. I got it right when my shop was opening up, and I was waiting at the door, and I saw it, man. And my double take, bug eyed. I was like, what? I was freaking out, bro. It's amazing, dude. I've been nervous all day. I've been, oh my god.
It's all good, bro. I'm glad you came on here. Chad, he's a cool dude. He says you're a cool dude, and Chad, I'll take Chad's word for anything. He is the cover champion, you know.
Yes, he is. YouTube is 90.
Yes,
YouTube is
YouTube is 90, as he likes to remind everybody, and it is
Yeah,
in the chat.
I love Chad, bro, man.
And he's a hey, Big Papa Runk,
What's up,
holla if you
Big
hear me.
Papa? Big Papa. Do I, Big Papa? Do I need to put on a mask? Do I need to put on a mask?
Hey, how's it going, poor Mike? Metarock, what is up, bro?
What's up,
So
Roger? Hello, thank you all for
the
coming, man.
cover champ is 90. And I start the show out usually, and I ask my guests, what do you consider to be your holy grail?
All right, mine's is gonna be a little different because my boss. I told her what I was gonna be on this show today, and she said I better say that my beautiful wife is my grail. I want to keep on getting books, and she lets me, so I got to make sure I say that. So I don't know if she's watching, but I'm sure she'll watch the replay. But my beautiful wife is my grail.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. That is the awesomest grail I've heard so far. That's
And
worth more than any money.
any money, bro. She's amazing, man. She truly is. But
Uh,
my comic book grail is Marvel 2-in-1.
oh, the first Soul Stone, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's the yeah, I think it is. But it's just it's the Thanos saga.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've had this since I was about 10. This is my original copy, and just a
Signed
couple
by
of weeks
Starlin,
ago,
isn't it?
I got it signed by Starling a couple of weeks ago, and I got to talk to him about it. And dude, this book just blew my mind as a 10-year-old, and it just opened up the love, man. And
Man, that
I
is
just
cool.
love this freaking book, dude. And it's been loved, and it's still in pretty good condition. It's just gorgeous. I got a slab one.
Oh, let's see that one.
Yeah, so I got an 8.0, which is perfectly fine for a bronze. I love 8.0s in bronze. But this one definitely. But I got a few grails, man. Yeah, I got quite a few grails.
Well, let me give a couple quick shout outs real quick. Shout
Uh,
out to Poor Mike, D-Run Comics, Ben Compton. We got Steven Oates up in here. What's up, bro? And then we have JP's Budget Collecting. I think I just seen that guy on another show I was on. And Comic Books NYC, one of my moderators here. And hey, you're in the chat too, Highly.
I was. Yeah, I'm in the chat too.
So I'm gonna quickly show you my grail that like I have like a deep infinity for, and like the only other person that I've ever said was that ever said that this book was undervalued was ETA Nick, and shout outs to ETA Nick because he knows his stuff
The
too.
guy knows his stuff, man.
And this is Captain Marvel 17, the first cover appearance of the new costume with Cap and Bucky. And you got him on there, and it's this sweet
That's,
cover, man.
I
Just
know
a
that's
gift.
your grail, dude. I know, and
Yeah.
you get like teary eyed with it, right?
Yes,
Oh,
because it's like,
mine.
out of all these, like,
This one. It's
yeah,
like,
and it's like
dude,
people
I
always say,
love you.
like, what book would you grab if you had to run out of your? It's right here.
Yeah, I got that.
Spider-Man 300, nah, nah.
Nah, nah.
Giant size X-Men, nah. I'm grabbing, I'm grabbing this.
Well, I don't know about that. I got like a box. I'm grabbing that box.
Oh,
I don't know
GS
about that.
Comics, what is up, bro? And
Uh,
the Gray Man, what is up
Gray
from?
man.
Hey, Gray Man from the UK. Yep, Gray Man. There you go,
Oh,
bro. Represent. I'm representing. Yeah,
I love the gray man, dude. I
yeah.
love
Gray
his
Man's
episodes.
awesome, man. He's
And
got.
then
If you haven't checked out Gray Man, sub him up and check out his channel, man. He's got some good UK content for you. The guy is awesome,
you
dude.
guys are awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome, dude. You just ended up a great show now, man. That was epic.
It started out just like me and Jeffrey doing bro talk like usual, and then it ended up being a community unboxing.
It was awesome, man, dude. I love everybody that was on there, man. It was great, dude. I
Man.
love Who Dat, Biggs,
Oh
of
yeah.
course, man. I know today was a tough day for him, man, and he just needed that love, and man, I'm glad it came today, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy for him, man. I know it's tough. But anyway, what else is a great? I want to know. I know I see your show every week when it comes on, and I've always been jealous. Always jealous, dude. It's like God, one day, and I can't believe I'm now I'm on with you. I
Yes.
got a couple more grails if you want to see them.
Oh yeah. Let's see what you. Let's show
Right.
show the crowd wants to see.
Okay, a couple of grails, and I know the crowd's seen them, but I got this from Steve Whiting and Chad a couple of weeks ago. They okayed me this.
That book's gonna heat up. It's actually on fire right now. Isn't
I
it?
was looking for it, and they were like, "Man, they surprised me with it, dude." And I was in shock. I was like in the video, and I was like, I could barely talk in the video. I was just looking at the book, man. You guys, they just blew me away. And this is another recent one, and this one's pretty cool. We got it at I got it when I met Steve at MegaCon, and Chad got one, Steve got one, and we even sent one to Bueller.
Oh snap!
And I got mine, and mine is the only one without a marble value stamp.
Oh, but it's still
Dude.
good. It's still good.
I didn't think to check until when I got home, and I was like, "Oh shit, we didn't check the value stamp, dude." And I opened it, and mine didn't have it. I was like, "Oh," and then I started texting everybody. All of theirs got it. Dude, I still love this book, bro.
Oh yeah, that is cool, man. That's like because we were just showing that one and well, let's showing the. Oh, I forgot where I put it at.
You guys
Stuck it somewhere. when you lose a Hulk 180.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I lost one.
Yeah, I lost a Hulk 180. Sorry. No, here I found it. So yeah, there's the the Hulk 180 to go with your 182.
I need that one. I need that one.
So
I got 181, but I don't got that one.
Now another grail that I had recently picked up, and it's my buddy C. Woodard, the voice of the voiceless, the YouTube champion. Yes, he is the YouTube champion. So if he on Slapdown, he is YouTube champion. So he's the inaugural champion. He will defend the title sometime soon, but like I'm saying right now, he is the champion. So on YouTube, there's no other champion but C. Woodard, and he coined the phrase sketch grail. And because of him, I went out and got me my sketch grail, and this is done by Broderick, Captain Marvel, 9 point. Oh, I love this. I just love that. Just the way he did it.
That's you got this one. This is another one of my grails. I love Captain Marvel too.
Oh, I got the book, but I don't have it CGC'd. I have it though.
I love this. I didn't have this one, but when I was a kid, I had a copy, dude, and I just fell in. It's just I love Starling. I just fell in love.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, like I'm showing a lot of my Captain Marvel stuff, and it's not because I'm just trying to show it, but it's like this is my third grail that I love to death, and I literally mean to death.
Oh, that story is so good, man.
Yes, and if nobody's ever read this, if you've never had the time to get this is the first print, by the way. So
nice.
So it's the first print. So I made sure to get a first print. I didn't want a second or a third. I want a first print of his death. I'm never gonna CGC it because I read this book. I read this book and I read
God knows.
And I read my other Grail book. I read this too. I read these two. So I read this one because it's awesome. I was gonna take this to C2E2 and have Claremont sign it, but still read it. But I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. But yeah, this one.
I used to have those, man, but I used to have. I don't know what happened to them, but I never had a first print. But that was amazing when all the heroes are there. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, on the back. Yeah, look at that. Look, that is awesome. That's respect right there. That is respect.
I love Marvel, dude.
Always to this day, the best part of this book to me was like when he was in the bed, real sick.
And everybody's on the side?
Yeah, well, like when the scrolls come to him and like, oh hey, here's a medal for being such a
badass. Getting respects.
Yeah. And
For
where's it
sure.
at? Let's see. Yeah, and this one, like, if you've never seen the Spidey scene, like Spidey man, he can't even go in the room because he's so
Yeah,
tore up over it. And it's like right here, he's talking to Beast and stuff, and it's like, yeah,
dude,
Spidey can't even really go in there and look at him and stuff because like he's just like he can't handle it.
that's a must read, man.
Yeah, it's a must read, dude.
It's
And
a
then
must
like
read.
you see and there's Rick Jones. Like Rick Jones used to be bonded with
Yeah,
Captain
exactly.
Marvel, and so he's right there crying on his bedside, and he's upset that he's dying from cancer. And then bam, this is what I'm talking about right here. Look, the scrolls, dude. They
Favorite.
say like such how that's his mortal enemy. He's a Kree, and
Hmm.
for them to come to his bedside and say you're such a badass, and we're gonna give you our honorary medal
Yeah,
that's from us, your enemy, and like that's how bad you are. Drax the Destroyer's talking to him and stuff, giving him props,
yeah,
dude. Like I'm telling you, this is like the best and the best scene in this movie. Like the best scene in this book. Look at that.
yeah, exactly. When they're all
Like
around.
look, they're all around him and like
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
It's just classic. And you know what I like the best about it? That they made it human. You know, they made it because they cancer.
Yeah, it was
You know,
cancer, and it
they
was
didn't make
like,
it that he got some crazy stuff. They made it, personal, and I just love that.
yep. And
Love that.
like the best part, this is the last page, and this is where the Thanos and
Yeah, Lady
Death and
Death.
him walk off into the light, and then flatline.
It's
That's
classic,
how you.
man. It's
So,
classic.
so
It's
I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on that book, man. I don't care what anybody says.
and
It's
first prints are hard to come by.
yeah, they are. Yeah,
I
and
think
that
the one I used to have, I remember I bought it at Toys R Us. It was like a fifth print, the one that I had. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what happened to it, but
yep,
it's
yep.
gone.
Oh,
I
quick
gotta
shout outs to Bubs Comics and Knights of Old. How y'all guys doing? Bake the Snake, one of my moderators.
make the snake, Bud, the Beast.
And the Comic Collector. What is up, bro? And
Oh,
hey, Robert Galvin, what is up?
yes, Metarog. He got it from Nitro. That's true. I think it was what Captain Marvel 34 or something like that.
yeah. I do have that book too. I actually have
Yeah,
that, but it's
that's
not
cool too.
slabbed. It's not slabbed. I have that book though.
You can't have
Uh,
everything slab, man. It's nice to have
oh
some
yeah,
flaws.
because you gotta be able to read them, man.
Exactly.
And I would never ever send these two books to CGC because I want to read them all the time. It's like I like reading them, and my kid reads them. They like them.
You need to
I'll
get
send. I'm
started.
sending this though. I'm sending this.
That's
like,
awesome, bro.
I'll send,
That's awesome. Hey, let
and
me
this,
ask you a question.
yeah.
Did you ever get out of comics?
Yes, I did. I actually I was a collector when I was like like everybody when they were kids. I collected a lot of stuff, and I would just grab like and when I was younger, like it didn't matter to me what it was as long as it had a good story, the artwork, and I could get into it. I would read it. So DC, Image, and all that stuff, I would read everything. If the cover grabbed me and the artwork inside grabbed me and the story grabbed me, I was in it. And
Yeah.
so I collected for a long time until I was like, I'd say about like I started when I was probably like 6 or 7. Like everybody, their dad takes them to 7-Eleven, gets them a
Yeah, man.
snack and a comic book, and you go read it and stuff. And so
You ever
I
get
did,
one of these? You remember these? Did you used to get these?
yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah. I can't
Slurpees,
believe you
man. I
got
used
one of
to feel
those.
for those, bro.
So yeah, so anyway, so I ended up collecting stuff, right? And then like my mom, like my dad left it's kind of my mom
I,
and dad split up.
I
So
got
like my dad took off and my mom, she had to hold it down with me and my sister. And so she put our like when my dad left, he put our stuff in storage. And so like my mom was paying it, and then like it was either pay the storage or pay the rent. So mom paid the rent, and my
yeah,
comics were gone. So it was just like my comics were gone, and it hurt me so bad that I quit collecting. I was like, probably at the time I was probably like 15 or 16, and I was mad at my dad, mad at my mom, and I was just a kid,
it's life, man. I
and
know.
so it hurt me so bad that I hated comics. I didn't want to collect anymore, and I mean I had that mentality all the way up till last year, whenever my brother-in-law took me to Tulsa Wizard World Con, and still then, like we went, but I didn't buy anything. I didn't, I was there for like the anime, the comics. I still had love for superhero like cartoons and movies and stuff, but like and drawing, I would love to draw, and I would draw all the time, but like I would read some things, but like I would just kind of stay away, because
Right.
I was still, bitter. I was still bitter about it, and I ended up going with my brother-in-law to Dallas Fan Expo, and we all know the story. You know, the infamous. Let me show you the infamous book that started my whole YouTube and collecting career again. And you have none other than Rob Liefeld to thank for me being here. This is the book that got me back into collecting. Believe it or not, X Force One, 6.5. It could be pressed out. I don't care. This is the first book I had signed. This is the first book I bought since I was like 16.
So
I
how
never
long have you been back?
Huh?
How long have you been back?
Oh, since Dallas Fan Expo last year. It's like a year. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I've just been back in the game like a year. But like to me, it's like, and I like to thank my wife too, because like my wife, she's behind me on my collecting because it's my hobby and I enjoy doing. And this is my hobby too, because I like talking to guys. You know, I like talking to you guys, and I like hanging out with y'all, and and talking about stuff in the community, and like so I like doing this. So like I said, I'm sorry to say, guys, y'all, there's a lot of backlash for Rob Liefeld, but you can thank him for one thing, though.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk bad about Rob Liefeld. I'm not gonna say anything. But oh my God, what was my train of thought? I am so happy. I've made a video, bro, because every day my wife, my daughters, my kids, it's like, oh my God, Papi's got friends. He's on the phone talking to Chad like a 12-year-old, and we're just talking books. And I'm calling Steve Whiting. Hey, bro, did you see Reggie's video? Did you see? Dude, I am so happy that
and it's like
zone, dude.
And it's like crazy because to me it's like last year, like I said, I didn't like after I bought that book, and I had it, and I started buying, and I was like ecstatic, and I was happy.
Yeah.
And I started like, I was like, there's got to be more. There's got to be more I can do. And then like I got on YouTube, and then like I was looking to see like comic collecting, what I'm missing, because like I didn't know what slabs were. Literally, I did not know what. To me, collecting was, you bought it, it was bagged and board,
and it was a box.
Yeah, that was my collecting.
That was it.
And so like
in a box.
So literally, when I got this signed by Rob Light, well, right before I got it signed, the guy, his handler, or whatever you want to call him, the handler, he was like, "Do you want to get that slabbed?" And I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" like, no, I just want him to sign it. And he's like, "Okay." And so like I didn't, so I got on YouTube, looked up, like what is a slab, and I looked up, and then like, literally the first person I ever watched was Thanatos. Thanatos was the first person I ever watched. Thanatos, I watched him, and like that dude's like his whole journey from Florida to Colorado to where he is now. I lived it because I was there.
Yeah.
Like I was there with him for the ride, and it was cool. And so I ended up watching him. Then like that led into Reggie, and then like I watched Reggie for a long time, and then like I'd be in the chat. And that's where I met White Whale. And then like I started making my own videos, and I was like, yo, if Reggie can get on there and do it, and he used to be a bodybuilder, I can do it too.
You were a bodybuilder?
No, Reggie was.
No, I'm asking, were you?
Oh no. I just played high school football.
Okay. I just pretty much started the same way. I left comics for like 20-something years, man. I didn't know what was going on. My brother actually got one of my books and sent it to get slabbed, and I was like, oh man, that's cool, whatever. And about 4 years ago, I walked into my LCS now, and dude, my whole mind exploded. They were saying, oh yeah, I started talking to them, and they send books to get CG Sleep slabs. So I started thinking, man, I still got a lot of books. And it just started from there, man. I got addicted to the CGC for a while. I've calmed down now, but yeah, man, I'm so happy I got back into this.
It's like I enjoy it, man. It's just like to me it's like even when I'm at work, I'm on my phone on Instagram, like what's going on? What's going on? And it's like and then like. And, we got the slab down locker room chat, so that's hilarious. So if to be a part of that is even funnier because it's like we post so much stuff in there.
But it's a blast, man.
Yeah.
Who's putting out a video? Who's this? Who's that?
Yeah.
Did anybody comment? Dude, it is so much fun, bro. I tell everybody it's like being at a shop.
Yeah.
being in YouTube is like being on a Comic Book Palace, you know, and you're talking to
Yeah.
shop owner and you're talking to all the crazy customers and all that, because we're all crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So this one right here, this is a book I bought from my buddy shop. This is the inaugural, very first Hunt World Championship. This was the first winner of the Hunt. This book right here was the very first winner of the Hunt. So this book is my grail for that show and for just everything that just stands for like the enjoyment of that show and me doing it, and then like for just the memories I have with like Jeffrey and JD and everybody that's been on that show, and for this to be the first championship, and I had it signed. I took it to C2E2 and got it signed by Claremont, and dude,
that's a classic. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
So everybody, this is the very first Hunt World Championship. If you did not know, this is it. So.
Wait. I haven't been on the Hunt, but I've been on the Hunt because I've been on the Hunt with Chad. And
Yeah.
bro, when he's been on the Hunt, it's like, okay, where are we going? What shots we're hitting? What are we looking for?
And like to me, it was like I give shots out to Chad and Comic Head 84 because they were like the first ones to like come on the show. Well, Comic Head was the first one to come on the show and just win, like hands down, no,
Yeah.
Came in, put the slab down on us, and he won and walked out.
Yeah.
But
mic drop.
Yeah, he got it, and I give him props for that. But he went 1-on-1 with the Great One. He got beat, and I got the championship back from him. And then Chad, the first time Chad was on, he got beat, but he came back like Rocky. And ever since then, it's like, and I know this is Legends. I know this is What's Your Grails, but to me, it's like that's part of getting your Grail is you have to hunt to get your Grail. And to me, everybody that's been on that show, and I talked to them after they've left, their hunting game has stepped up. And like Erod from New York Warriors, if I bring him back on the show, he'll be a champion because he's been DMing me stuff, boy, and I'll be like,
Chad, you're absolutely right. Chad's collection has exploded. His books are crazy now. It's like, damn. Yeah. It's true, man. It puts you in a whole different set. Your eyes are different. You know, you're looking at things differently.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. It's like, well, that's like, because like when it first started, it was JD, me, and Jeffrey, and it was like, we didn't know what to expect. We knew what we were doing, but we didn't know what to expect, like, what it was going to do, so we did it. And then it was like, JD made me step my game up. Jeffrey stepped his game. Jeffrey is the man. Jeffrey stepped his whole collecting game up to the point where it was like, he was surprised me and JD on times. And then and it's like, I enjoy that, I enjoy the times we have on that show. And it's like, this community is awesome. I love you guys.
Yeah, man.
And
I love Jeffrey. I've been on a couple of chats with him, dude, and off air and all that, dude. Good people, man. Just good people, bro.
And here's one of my books this was on the screw job with a Who Dat.
Oh yeah.
So this, speaking of Jeffrey, this was not the book that I showed, but this was one of the books that was on that show.
Hey, I voted for Jeffrey. Don't get mad, bro.
Yeah. No, because Jeffrey, like, that was the one where Jeffrey went up against it was my Golden Age Cap, Who Dat's first appearance Iron Man, and then it was I forgot the other one. There was one more, and it was another key book too. And he won with no book, man. So
no book.
No book.
Wasn't it a first Iron Man or something?
Yeah, first Iron Man.
Something, but that book is huge.
Yeah, and it's always known as the screw job book from now.
You got a book that you like to show. Where's that giant size? I see it right there, right?
Oh, okay. Let me get up and get it. I get it.
I'm gonna get mine.
Let me get this one. Oh, let me grab. I'll leave that one up there. But that one is my favorite, though.
All right. Here, I got two. I got a couple up here. I got all my X-Men books. So.
All right, let me grab a few over here. See, that's why I like wireless now, because I can just walk away.
I'm gonna get 3. Yeah, I got 3 right here.
Just clean off this whole shelf over here. I gotta redo all my stuff anyway.
I just got 3. But I just want to know that we are a giant size Giant
Oh
Step Brothers.
yes, we are. Yes,
There we
yes,
go. So we are
yeah.
Giant brothers, son.
And you get and signed too, huh?
Yeah.
So we're bros, girl
We're
bros. That is
bros.
awesome.
We're bros.
Yeah,
We're bros.
heck yeah, man.
You got
So
this one? You got
which
this?
one? Yeah, I got it. Let me see. Where is? Oh, it's up there. It's my sketch
I
cover.
see it. I see it.
Yeah, it's a sketch cover, Grail.
All right. We're going.
Yeah.
We're going book for book.
All right,
You got
all
this
right.
one? You got this one?
Let me see what. No, and like that's the funny thing. All
Champ,
right,
champ.
you got me. He's the What's Your Grails champ. So yeah, on that one, man. Like, all right, this the story. Like that, the story on that was when
Uh-huh.
I was at C2E2 last day. I hadn't bought anything, and I was looking for a big book, and it was I had to go get the book in a minute, but I was looking for a big book, and I seen that book, and the guy had it. It was sweet. It was a good condition. First appearance of the Phoenix, and the dude only wanted like I think it was like $300 for it or something like. And I was gonna buy it, and like I was like I could buy that, have it signed by Claremont, and then have it
Oh shit.
done all that day and get it all done that day, and hopefully get it back to me before I leave from Chicago. And but then I was like, man, I don't know, and it's like I thought about it, and I was like, then I thought about that crappy movie that was gonna come out, and I was like,
Right.
nah.
That hurt me, man, because that book was gonna blow up if that
Yeah,
movie was good.
yeah. See, that's why I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And I was like, because I thought about the movie, and I was like, no, the only thing good about that movie is Quicksilver. So no. So
You're right. You're right. He's got all the best scenes. He's got all the best scenes in all the movies.
yeah. So I passed up on that, and let me go get it real quick. It's up here on the mantle, way at the top. Alright.
What you got?
So this book is also a Hunt World Championship. Kind of like The Rock, I just put my championships up on the mantle. but but I bought this book because like and when I bought this book, I hit up Thanatos because it was his fault that I bought the book because I was gonna ask JD something, but I couldn't find JD, and then I was like, man, I kind of want that book, and so I ended up getting Green Lantern #1,
I would
and
go. I would go with that too, man.
yeah, so like that to me was the best deal. I was like, I was like, long term, I feel like this book would hold up longer than the ones I was thinking about doing.
Yeah, the Phoenix will go up again, man.
Yeah, once Marvel gets a hold of the X-Men for real,
I'm not worried about it.
like all that stuff's gonna.
Yeah, I'm a big Bronze Age guy. I think everybody pretty much knows that. I just love the Bronze Age. It's the age where I was born, where I was getting books, and they just hold a special place in my heart. I do have some silver, and I love the modern stuff too, man. I think there's a lot of good stuff that's coming out right now that I really love.
Here's my first Grail I ever bought. Like bought it raw.
Right, we're taking out Grails. Come on.
Yeah, bought it raw. Sent it to CGC. Came back, and actually what's funny is like it's qualified right, but it's only because it has a married cover. But the whole story I read it. Like I have a like if you go on my channel and go to the very beginning, like I have a video where I open it up and look through it, and I'm like I think I'm reading it or something, or I'm showing it. I can't remember. I have to go back and look at it, but yeah, I sent this off and it came back, and this is the only 1.5 qualified on the CGC census. So this is a rare book too.
I don't have a lot of those old classics, man. I got almost everything that I've got big is bronze. Oh, and
DS wants to see the golden. Hold on. Let me go walk over here again, DS. Did I
no,
get it?
I just want to tell everybody in the chat, hey, stick around because there will be an unboxing.
Oh yes, there is an unboxing.
There is an unboxing.
You thought we were done on Bro Talk? No, we're not.
No, I got a book today. It's a Silver Age cover Grail, and I got it today.
So DS made a request, and I'm gonna show it for DS. My favorite cover right now, and I call it Bucky with a Bat because that's what it is. And this is my Captain America #39 from Timely Comics, 1944.
That's crazy.
A Schlumberg World War II cover, and it's kind of racist, but I mean, it's back then,
And you got that at C2E2?
Yeah. No, I didn't get this at C2E2. I just got this. I went to C2E2 to get one, but I couldn't find it.
Oh God,
And so I ended up getting this, and it's
that's
Lucky with a
crazy,
Bat.
bro. That's nuts.
And the only thing missing is like this right here, but like you can still read the whole book if I was to open it though.
Man, you never think to yourself, how did these things survive?
I know, man. And it's
It's
like it's a great book, and the only reason it's got the .5 is because it's got detached cover. But like it just presents so well, I like it. It's always one that I'm gonna like, so it'll never go anywhere.
all right. I got a lot of bronzes. Like I got this Eternals.
Yeah, that's man.
That's coming up soon.
Yeah, they're like. Speaking of which, I was at my buddy's shop today, and that's the power of comics, man. I was at my buddy's shop, and I was talking to him, and there was a guy that I didn't even know in there, and he was like, he was one of us, one of us, one of us. He had the cell phone out,
Yeah, right.
and you, and so I seen him right, and like he was looking at stuff, and like I tested him right. So there was my buddy had and it was like a ratty copy, but it was the first appearance of Nebula.
Uh-huh.
And I picked it up and I was like, man, I wish this was in good condition. He was like, yeah, first appearance of Nebula. I seen that earlier. And I was like, bam. So we started talking, man. And we talked for like, I think about 30 minutes about like comics, and then like how he was out of comics for a while, and then he came back into comics.
Surprising
And then
people like that, man.
yeah. And it was like, and he said like, and the funny thing was, he was like, man, I wish there was like, somewhere I could go, because my friends, and I told him, I was like, dude, get on YouTube or Instagram. There's a whole community. Like I said the same thing when I first started, and then like I found everybody, and it's like, it's like y'all are my family, outside of my family, but
Yeah,
y'all are,
for sure.
it's like I know, like I talk to like people daily. Like I talk to like Gorilla Grodd. I was talking to Gorilla Grodd like for like like we're talking about books. Like he was wanting to know about this book right here, and
Friends.
and it's like
Friends.
yeah, it's like those are my friends, and it's like Grodd. Shout out to White Whale. I talk to Reggie whenever he's not busy or I'm not busy. John's Comics with Kids. We shoot we talk. Jeffrey. Oh God, me and Jeffrey. So yeah, man, it's like
It's
I said.
Dude, it's awesome, dude. It's just awesome. I'm glad I put Hialeah in my name because then everybody that knows Florida knows Hialeah, and it's like there's like a million of us down here. Dude, I never would have imagined.
Yeah,
I never would have imagined, dude. I'm happy I put Hialeah, man, because it was like
yeah. And see, what's funny is like a lot of people, always told me they're like Bueller told me he was like why don't you put comics in your name? I was like, I don't know. I just never thought about it. I've just always been Tony Sanders, and it's like, but I don't know. I've never done that. Put the comic in my name, and not saying that, but like, I don't know. But like, if you go, what I find is cool though is if you look my name on YouTube, that I'm the top search.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. You're right.
So you do it. You'd be like.
No, I was visiting some my out of town friend that he came and we were talking about my YouTube and all this.
Yeah.
His son looked up and he goes, "Damn, you're the first Hialeah that came up. Look, you're right here, Hialeah." He's like, I was like, "Yeah, buddy." It's so cool, bro.
I'm gonna show you my cover, Grail. Now, this book is the craziest book that I like. The story behind this book, I've explained it a bunch of times, and the guy that sold me the book, we were talking, and the guy that sold me the book was in Arizona, and when I bought it, it shipped right. Like it said, how you get the notifications. Oh, it's label printed out for delivery. Out for delivery to such place, and the guy was in Arizona, so I checked the tracking, and it showed that it went to California first, and I was like, oh, they need to go to California. And then I'm thinking, maybe it had to go that way and then come back to me or whatever, because I'm in Oklahoma. So whenever I contacted the dude, I'm like, hey, did you send it to the right address? He's like, yeah, Oklahoma, right? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, so like he looked at the tracking too, and he was like, why is it in California? And I was like, I don't know. And so like a couple days go by, I check the tracking again, and I'm thinking, it's going to be here, in my state, to be delivered. No, I look at the tracking and it's in Massachusetts. So needless to say, this book, it was supposed to be like for the hunt. We had the homage cover, and this was
Oh,
supposed to be.
you wanted it for the hunt?
Yeah,
Oh,
I ordered it for the hunt because it was gonna be like I was gonna show like the homage cover and then like the book itself or whatever, and like it never like. So I messaged the guy again, and I'm like, the guy like when I messaged him, he's like, I don't know what's going on, man. I swear it's the right address. The label's printed up. You can go look at it. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So he was like trying to figure it out too, and so I'm figuring, maybe it just ended up in the wrong place or something. So then finally, like another couple days goes by, and then the guy messages me, and he's like, it's in Oklahoma, and I'm like, what? And then, so I look, and it's there.
mhm.
So needless to say, this book
So how long
went
did it
from
take?
it was like, man, it was like for like almost 3 weeks.
Oh,
Because
damn.
like it went from Arizona to California to Massachusetts, and
Massachusetts.
yeah, I hung out with White Whale for a little while, and then he decided to send my book back to me.
Hey, he's a Florida. Florida's Florida boy now.
Yeah. So this is the book, Ditko Goodness,
That's awesome.
Spider-Man 33, in a 3.5. Bought it raw, had it graded, and
That's that's a classic story, classic cover. You
yeah, man.
did that against Chad last week.
Yeah.
'Cause I saw you had that homage one with the.
Oh yeah. This one right here. Yeah, but it was like, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to do him like that. But
You don't want to do him dirty, right?
but yeah, this is the homage to it. So
You might have won. Hey, Chad, I love you, bro. But you might have lost, bro. So
so that's the homage to that.
that's
So
awesome.
if you've never seen that, that's the Spider-Man. Which one is number 7 variant?
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so like just some coolness right
I know Reggie loves that book.
there. Yeah. He bought it because like he said, what's funny is Reggie said the same thing Caleb told me. He was like, because Reggie was like, when I had Reggie on the show, Reggie was like, he's like, man, like the thing about you is like you talk about a book and then I see you with it. And so I was like, I didn't think about it then. And then like when Caleb Comic Smurf was on, and we were talking about the Iron Man with the Infinity Gauntlet or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, and like I didn't have it, and then like the next day I went to my buddy's shop and I had it, and then Caleb was like, "You just talked about that book. How do you get it?"
I kind of do that too, man. I do that too. It's like you see something, you fall in love with it. Like
Mm-hmm.
just the other day, I got this week. I got this Fantastic Four 112 just this week. It's a 6.0.
Oh, that's that good black cover.
Yeah, man, it's just a classic cover. And Take That Time Collectibles has it as his thumbnail. And I keep looking at his thumbnail, I go, you know what, dude, I gotta get that book.
No.
I found a real nice one, so I'm happy with that.
Let me see. Oh.
Hey, you want me to open this box, man? I think I'm dying for this box, dude.
Oh yeah, go ahead and open it. Yeah, I'm just looking.
All right, I gotta say, I have all the grails that I ever wanted. Okay, all the major Bronze Age and stuff this is probably the last book, and this is a cover grail. I just want to tell everybody, you're either gonna see me cry, or you're gonna see me very happy. So I don't know what it is. I don't know the grade. It's been gone for since March. So let me see. I'm gonna open this. Oh damn. Oh man, I'm nervous, bro.
Oh, the Caleb, the book is still at CGC. I fast tracked it and everything, and they're still sitting on it. And I'm like, I'm waiting for it, man. I want that book back so bad. It's the first appearance of the red and yellow armor.
Bro, this just came back today, actually. I was out and I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. Oh my God. Damn, bro. Oh, thank God.
Oh, so wait, hold on. Let me click
Thank
on
God.
it.
Thank God. 5.5. I'm super happy with that. I was scared this was going to be a purple label. That's what I was scared of, guys. But, dude, oh, thank God.
He told me before the show, he said either he's going to be crying or he's going to be happy. So,
oh, man.
that is awesome.
Oh, my God. Off-white to white. Oh, dude, I am stoked, dude. Oh, my God. I thought it was going to be a purple label, so I'm super happy, man. Oh, my God.
Heck
Wow.
yeah. That's a book I've been looking for too, actually. So yeah, that is good to have.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna show you a cover and a signature grail that I have that I don't think I've ever showed it, but like as everybody knows, if you don't know, Magneto is my number one villain.
Oh my god, I know.
Well, villain or whatever you would like, anti-hero basically. We'll call him anti-hero. My favorite anti-hero is Magneto, and I seen this cover, and I swear I was like, this is the coolest cover I've ever seen, and I'd never seen it before. It's just so funny to me. And my son's like, don't like. I call it Mouse Nito because it looks, it's just, and it's signed by Cullen Bunn. It's a 9.6, and it's only qualified because it's signed by Cullen Bunn. Not six, it wasn't witnessed, but
Who's
like
that?
that's it's done by what is it? Del Mundo variant cover.
Dude, that is, I've never seen that.
That's awesome though, huh? Like it's just like, oh, I want this cheese, and
Dude,
so
that is
mouse.
a badass.
So if you've never seen this before, I always call it Mouse Nito because it's like,
I've never seen that. Cullen Bunn's a great guy. A great,
yeah.
awesome dude.
So that's like a 2-in-1 deal for me. I love that.
Oh my god.
Like
Dude, I got a 5.5 blue label. Thank God.
that is cool.
Oh my god, dude, I was so nervous. I thought I was gonna be crying. I didn't want to embarrass myself.
I'm gonna see if let me check and see what it. Caleb, I'm about to check right now to see what CGC is saying about the red and yellow orange, because I didn't really check it today because I was off today, and I was like, yeah, I didn't really do anything today. So let's see what they say about the book. And let me show this one book that I wanted to show earlier. Now, I didn't know this. It's not really a grail, but it's like a cool cover. Well, it is a grail for me. Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. It is a grail. It's a cover grail because I can't. I mean, I'm not saying I can't, but I haven't come across this book, and it's hard to come across it. But it's a homage to Captain America #1, and I didn't even know that this book is like kind of pricey. It's like 30 or 40 bucks or something like that. But this is
For what?
Captain America comic 70th anniversary edition #1, the homage to
Oh wow.
where he's punching Hitler in the face, and
That's nice, dude.
and it goes for, and it's they have the Deadpool, but I didn't like, they have a Deadpool one,
No, I like
and
that.
and they have an Alex Ross one, but this one to me looks a lot better because it's more closer to the original.
Yeah, that looked straight out of the 40s and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like it's done by Kai. I can't even pronounce that guy's name, but it's Kai Spanuth. Oh, Kai Spanuth.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, Kai Spanuth variant cover, and yeah, man. It's like until I ever come across some little old lady that's cleaning out her attic, just like, oh, you can just take this, honey.
Hey, I'm gonna show a book real quick. It's probably my most expensive book, but I'm gonna tell you the story behind it.
All right.
It's a Hulk 181. It's a 4.0. Got it signed by. You know how much I paid for this, bro?
How much?
I bought it off a friend of mine, like what, 30 years ago for $20.
Oh my! Wow! I'll give you $20.
Dude, 20 bucks. This is the 20. I could tell you, this is the best $20 I've ever spent, dude.
Are you still friends with that friend? Because I doubt it.
We lost touch, man. His name was Peter. His name was Peter, dude. And I remember he was a Punisher fan. And
man.
Wolverine, obviously. And I knew and I go, dude, here, $20. Give me that book. And dude, $20, dude.
Oh, I bet he's kicking himself now.
Yeah, wherever he is.
I'll tell you, man, that book. Oh, and shouts out to White Whale Comics for winning the I love the Spider-Man booth. He won what was it, 4.5? Yeah.
4.5.
So that was cool for.
4.5.
Hey, Burke Nasty in the chat.
Oh,
and it's nasty. Stay nasty, Burke. Stay nasty.
And family. I'm gonna show. I got 3 books to show. These were the last 3 grails that I needed. That I was the real big books that I was looking at. So I got this Punisher, the 129.
Oh yeah.
I got
See,
this.
I almost bought the C2E2. I almost bought one. Like I almost bought one. The guy had a 3.0, and it was signed by Larry Lieber, Stan's
Right,
brother.
yeah, brother.
Yeah, and it was Larry Lieber, and then it was signed by the artist. And the guy only wanted at that time, I think he like wanted like it was a 3.0. He wanted like $300 for it or something like that. And I was gonna talk him down. And then but you know how you get those feelings like that's not for me.
It's not the right book.
Yeah,
You know it's
yeah,
not the right book, man.
yeah. So I walked away, dude. I walked away from it, and then like I walked away from the X-Men 101 and pulled the trigger on the Green Lantern #1, and
Wait, and you know what? The books come back, dude. The books come back.
yep.
They come back, and I passed on that book forever, and finally I was like, you know what? I think I could do this one, and it's the right book, and I'm happy with it.
Quick shout out to Genome Presents and Knights of Old.
Gino,
Yeah, Genome. Yes.
damn, there's a lot of good people in this chat. I also got this year, the first Thanos. These were the two that kind of ended it for me. These are like the last big grails I needed.
Man, I still need it. Man, really, CGC?
Well,
Still scheduled for grading still, and it's been a week.
oh, dude, that Silver Surfer, it was in grade. It was scheduled for grading for I think 2 or 3 weeks. And
Man,
you know the quality control that they do, that next step, it was in that for 2 weeks.
I didn't even get to that part yet. I'm still on the scheduled grading. Like, come on.
It takes time, man. It was driving me nuts.
Hey, a quick little
What?
tidbit of information for Burke Nasty there. The Punisher is a badass, but Night Thrasher whooped his ass. And that is right. Night Thrasher from the New Warriors beat the Punisher.
Bro, but Burke's DC, man. What would he know? DC. Burke's totally DC, bro.
Hey, shout out to Burke though, because like he actually likes the Flash, and I've been enjoying the Flash myself as
man,
well.
I love Burke. Burke's good people, bro. You can say I love when his daughter's on, his family. It's just I'm glad he changed his name, dude. No joke.
So shout outs to Burke. This is for Burke Nasty. Burke, this for you, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go. Did you see the deceased cover for this? The homage cover?
No, I didn't.
It's like it's like some chick. I think it's Iris West holding the Flash, and she's like a zombie. And then you got it's the rival that looks like him, and then Professor Zoom, or either it's Zoom or Reverse Flash coming towards them.
What was it, a variant?
Yeah. I think it was it's either Midtown or I want to say Midtown or somebody's, but it was on IG. I seen it too.
You order a lot of variants?
No, I don't. But like unless it's like something that's like kind of cool.
Something really catches your eye and isn't too much, right?
Yeah. But if it's just like something like
Yeah,
like,
I try to keep it like under 20. If I'm gonna get a variant, I don't want to go over 20 on a variant because it's just ridiculous.
So you just showed what was it the first appearance of Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to show the first appearance of Thanos on the cover.
Oh damn! Yeah, he's in the little box.
Yeah, right there with Death. Him and Death right there.
What is that? Yeah, 26.
26. Yeah, Captain Marvel 26. This is like I bought this raw, sent it in, and got it graded, and I was happy to. Yeah, these are like my my early videos. When you go back and look at my early videos when I was a rookie?
I made a lot of mistakes when I started sending in books to get graded on that.
Yeah.
I didn't press them. I didn't really look at the books, and I was just sending crazy stuff. But you know what I was gonna say? Isn't it kind of funny that you see him on that cover in the little panel? Isn't that kind of like Darkseid or Darkseid? Then in his first appearance, he's like on a little TV screen. So it's
that is true. Yeah,
it's like they're so close together, man. It's like
it's like a lot of those characters are like that. It's like Aquaman and Namor.
Yeah,
Black Cat and Catwoman and
yeah. All right, I'm gonna show one more. This one I got this year too, and dude, I can't believe I own this because I just never thought I was gonna own this. But it's Werewolf by Night 32, the first Moon Knight.
Oh, did you hear my story about that?
No, what?
Because like just recently, I was talking about this on Bro Talk, I think, to Jeffrey. But just recently, there was one on eBay, a raw one, and it looked pretty good. And the dude only wanted like 3 something for it, so it had best offer, right? So I put the best offer being like $285, but he only wanted 3 something for it. So I'm waiting for a response, like normal response, from the guy or whatever, like anybody everybody does. You know, when you send an offer, you get a response back usually. So the only response I got back was book was sold for $300. I was like, what? Cause like I would have upped the offer like three, or I would have just paid whatever he wanted, but I just wanted to see if he would, you know, lowered the price or whatever. So that was one of those ETA Nick deals where I should have just manned up and bought it.
Yeah, there you go. But you know what? You know what's funny? I was going after I think a 4.0 like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I made an offer. They turned it down. I kept watching the book. They sold it for less than what I offered, bro.
Wow. See, that's crazy.
I thought I never was going to get the book after. I was like, dude, it's just not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. And then I came across it.
Let's see. Oh. So, let me show this book.
You got this one?
No, I don't have that one. And like, what's weird? Well, I do have that one, but I don't have that one.
What do
You want to know why? You know how I have it and I don't? Because I have this.
Oh, that's
and I don't even know what this is.
What is
it's like I pulled it out one day and it says it's like it's a foreign. It says it's the.
Where's that from?
First, it says it's the first Iron Fist, but look, it's got what's his name on the cover right there. It says Master of Karate, basically, but it's got old boy right there, right?
Yeah, it's got Shang-Chi.
Yeah, and so then what's weird is like, look. So, bam, you got Shang-Chi in the book.
What language is that?
I don't know. I think it's like Norwegian or something. But this is it's like it's got Shang-Chi in the book. Now watch this part right here. I'm gonna. Oh wait, I gotta show this though. I always like this part though. Jim Kelly. You know Jim Kelly from yeah. Martial artist. Yeah, Enter the Dragon. Jim Kelly. And what's crazy though is like I went through the book right, and then like I get to right here, and then you got the Iron Fist, first appearance of Iron Fist in here, like the story of it, and it's in here.
I got the first Iron Fist right here.
So like yeah, see look like Iron Fist like so it's like both stories are in there.
That's crazy. That's like it got married.
Yeah. So this is my foreign Grail.
I don't got any of those. I don't got any of those. I don't got no foreign Grail.
So that was kind of weird. I thought it was cool though.
And cool.
So this book right here, I bought this book because this is a book that I wanted, and I bought it when I hunted it. This is the first actual book that like I super hunted, like you know, like I gotta get it, I had to have it, and bought it in McDonald's drive-through because one popped up on eBay, and I was like, buy. My wife said I was crazy for spending $100 on a book. I said it's an investment, I guess. You know, I wanted the book anyway, so I sent it off to CGC. I bought it raw, sent it off to CGC. I was thinking it was gonna come back a 9. Like, you know, I wasn't expecting anything super grand or anything, but I expected a 9 at least, you know. And I got the 9.8.
Wow.
So yeah, I got that back. I was like, dude, when I seen the grade, like I sent it to Reggie. I was like, Reggie, look. And Reggie was like,
how much is that's like a $500 book, right?
Yeah, like it's like from 4 to like anywhere from like $350 up, like to 5. So it's like
you bought it at a McDonald's drive-through.
Yeah, I was in McDonald's drive-through and like it popped up on eBay and I was like, buy. So people used to know where you're at when you're buying your books. I was in a shady Walmart parking lot.
Did you tell your wife?
Oh yeah, I told her. She said I was crazy. And then like whenever whenever I got the book back at the time, this book was actually like an $800 book at that time when I got it back from CGC.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, I told her how much it was. I showed her, and she was like, sell it. And at hindsight, I could see her point now. Like I could have sold it, but still, you know, it's still a modern Grail to me. It's like it's gonna hold for a while until like you know, because everybody's tripping out on that Carol, what was it, Captain Marvel #8 right now. So you know that's weird.
I've had some friends that come here and they're like, they come to my room and they're like, you know, Raul, you know, I'd sell this in a minute. You know, it's fun. And they look around, it's like I'm like, dude, come on, bro, can't you enjoy it? Yeah, the beauty, man. It's art, and they're like, man, if that was mine, I'd sell it. That wouldn't be my man cave. That would. I'll sell that with the quickness.
Yeah, that sounds like That sounds like my oldest son. See, my oldest son, he's like he knows what he knows like the
Right.
market and stuff because he watches me do my stuff or whatever. So he knows what's worth what, and he would be the one that if I was like to not longer be here and they inherited all my books, he would be the one that would sell them. My son that my son Keegan, he would be the one that likes Moon Knight. He would be the one to hold on to them, and only sell the ones that he wouldn't want, and just keep the ones that he wanted. So, but my oldest son would get rid of my whole collection.
I think the only one that would keep. I have my two sons. Yeah, they'd get rid of it. My other son and one of my daughters will keep it. My other daughter, dude, in a heartbeat, these will be gone, man. In a heartbeat.
Shout outs to Bub's Comics, bro. You have a good night, man.
Take care,
Thanks for jumping in.
Thanks for stopping by.
So yeah, man, like I said, yeah, my oldest son, he's he's money. He likes to see the money end of it. And what's that one? No, not that one. No.
I got two more books.
I always have to show this book. I don't care how many times I show it. I'll show it every day. Comic Vantage showed 3 of them on Instagram, and he says if you can get them, get them. Get first prints. Don't get second prints. Get the first prints because they're still affordable. I got a first print, but the reason I got this one in a 3.0 is because no one has that on the back. It's the Crow sketch on the back done by James O'Barr.
Damn.
And then you got James O'Barr signed it on the front.
Damn. That's fire, dude.
So to me, like when I seen it, I was like, I didn't care about the grade. I was like, I've never seen a Crow with the sketch done by the creator and the artist on the back.
I've never seen that. I never seen that book in person.
Like it was like I had to get this, and like when I got it off of, like it was like I was on eBay, and like when I say I'm on eBay, people, I'm on my phone, I'm on this computer, I have 2 screens, I'm refreshing my phone, and like when I refresh one,
you have a problem. You got a problem, son.
Yes, I do. I hunt extreme on eBay.
You dream comics, man. Yeah, what's going on?
So I'm refreshing, right? I'm refreshing, and then like, bam! I see like out of the corner of my eye, I see the Crow, and I'm like, I look, and I'm like, oh, it's a 3.0, and I was about to turn around. I was like, well, let me check it out anyway. And I clicked on it, and then like on the back, when I moved the picture over, it showed like it showed the sketch on the back. I was like, buy. I just started clicking buy. I was like, buy.
It was a new listing?
Yeah, it was newly listed. Wow. As soon as it popped up, I bought it.
And how much?
I'd have to look. I don't remember because it was on the hunt. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't that much. It was like
awesome,
a couple hundred, I think. It was like a couple.
You know what's the only thing I could say about the Crow?
What?
I don't have any Crow book. I don't have that. I saw that movie in the theaters when it originally came out.
See, the Crow is like awesome. The Crow is like I like that movie. The Crow, Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee. The Crow is awesome. I got to get Caliber because I got to get Caliber, the first appearance of the Crow, and I seen one the other day because White Whale has Caliber, but White Whale wants this. What's funny is White Whale wants this book, and I want Caliber. Yeah. So I seen one the other day on eBay, and it was on the back because the Crow appears on the back of that book, and it was signed by James O'Barr on the back, and I was like, oh, I so want that, and I was like, I went to go click on it, and like I clicked on it, and it was gone. I was like, what?
I think I like your book better, to tell you.
Yeah. And so this is a book that I always put with it. This is Green Hornet #1, his daddy, Bruce Lee. Awesome, and then it's like
Kato.
Yeah, Kato. I love this book, man. It's like Green Hornet's the stuff. I got this book. This was on my list book whenever I was on the list. This is one of my books from the list, and I went out and got it, man. I was like, I had to get it.
Dude, that's one dude that I think about it. I'd be like, God, I wish that guy would have lived, man.
I know, man. Like he was like fire, and it was like my son the other day was watching the Death Games or Deadly. What's the one? Death Games or whatever. The one where he fights through the tower, like he has to go through all the other guys to fight.
Right.
And he wears the yellow jumpsuit.
The yellow jumpsuit, yeah. Yeah. I got that in a pop. That's what I got.
Oh, Splash Page, where's my Marvel hat?
I got a little pop of that, man, in the yellow jumpsuit. Check it out. Just a little pop.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce Lee pop.
I still got it. See, look, I still own it. It's not. It's still right here. It's just 100 degrees. I can't wear it.
Oh my God, that's true. You don't got the cap on, dude.
Yeah, so I've
That's
not
the
been wearing the
thing.
cap lately. I've not been doing the cap lately because it's been like 100 degrees. I mean,
I noticed this the other
my
day.
air conditioning works great and everything, but for like I have like literally these lights that are like above me that come straight down on me, so
Right.
it's like I can look cool.
Dude, I know. Yeah, I
But
noticed the other day. I go, man, what's different? And it's that you don't have the cap
yeah, I
on.
don't have the hat on. And what's funny is like when I went to C2E2, I had the hat and I wore it like maybe one time, and then like I took it off and like I was just like, I was like, I can't, like I'm not doing the hat. It's just too hot. But the great legend, shouts out to the great legend. I seen him at C2E2. He had his hat on the whole time, and that man parties with that hat on. He does interviews with that hat on, and he does everything. I'm assuming with that hat on.
To shame? He puts you to shame, bro.
Yeah, I can't roll like that, like the great legend.
You couldn't hang with legend.
No, I can't hang with the legend on the hat. Okay, and then like yeah, we're not allowed to speak about the Chinatown incident. So, oh,
Okay.
shouts out to my bro Alex the Comic Hoarder. What is up, bro?
Oh, what's up, Alex? Man, what's going on?
So oh wait, there was like one more book that. Oh well, I could have showed. No, wait, here's.
You got this. You like Silver Surfer
Yeah, I do. I want to get Silver Surfer
or 48?
one. I want to get one, and I want to get four. And then I don't know, like a lot. Was it three? Is that the Mephisto or whatever?
One,
Yeah,
one. It's three.
yeah.
So and now I got the. I wish, man. I wish it would have been a 6'5". I would have had. I had the three of them at 6'5". Man, that's
Been the trifecta.
yeah, bro. But I'm glad. Dude. I am so happy it's not freaking purple.
So this was the book I was talking about earlier that I bought, like that what I was talking to Caleb about, and I bought it from my buddy's shop for like a couple bucks.
Uh-huh.
And my buddy knew what. See, this is why I like my buddy. My buddy's shop. And I'm never going to divulge information on where it's at. If you ever come to Oklahoma and you hit me up, I'll take you there. But I ain't never going to tell you where it's at. But I'll show you blindfolded.
But spin me around.
Yeah. So like, because it's a super honey hole. I've showed pictures and videos of it. Like when I like go back and look at my hunting videos, and like I'll be in his shop, and like he just has stuff laying on his counters and stuff. But like this book, he knew what it was when I picked it up out of his. He had the whole set.
Okay.
And when I pulled it out, he knew what it was. He was like, I already know that's like a $50 book right there. And I was like, I know, dude. And he's like, well, I'll sell it to you for like a couple bucks. And I was like, that's the hookup.
You said it like that, a couple of bucks?
Yeah, a couple of bucks. You already knew. And I sent it in. You already know it came back 9.6.
Oh, damn, nice, bro. My shop has it, but they ain't gonna give it to me for a couple of bucks.
and to me, this is like
a label.
Yeah, I got the label. Yeah,
nice.
And I didn't think they would do it at first, but then they did do it. I was like, cool, that is awesome. Because it's an Avengers book, but I wanted the Iron Man as the label thing. Man,
for sure.
But yeah, that's
under the radar. I never even knew about that book until it blew up.
Yeah, and it was one of those ones where I was like, dude, I gotta get it. And it's like it goes great with the other book that I got over here. Let me see here. So, bam. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Super nice.
So and shout outs to my boy Timothy, the Canadian Hunt, because he showed me this book and I was like, yo, I gotta get one. And
you had it the next day.
Yeah, I did. And I DM'd him the message. I was like, thanks for posting that. And he just laughed at me. He was like,
bro, it's funny. That's happened with Chad and me, man. Book, he'll get it. Like we went to the con, and the next day I had the same books. He got the books at the con, and then like a week later I had the books myself, man. It's awesome, dude.
Well, hey, Splash Page, if you come through OKC, just hit me up, bro. So I'll take you to the honey hole.
You got a lot of shops in your area?
We do, but like I always consider like I just go like to certain shops because like I have a shop that I go to for like the variants and my new releases. Mm-hmm. Then I got a shop that I go to for like the shop that I go to for like books that like like that are like maybe like new books and then like maybe spec books or whatever that are like minor keys are coming up or whatever. I go to this place, but I've told the story many times. This place I go to, it has a vulture in it. And if you do not know what a vulture is, people, a vulture is a guy that is like us, that knows the information that we have about comic books in the industry, but uses it to take away from the stuff that's in the store. So it's just for them. They hoard the stuff to themselves and don't let
Yeah.
anybody else get into the good stuff that
Yeah.
comes in when they buy collections. That's a vulture to me.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah.
so that store I go to, that there's a guy in there that does that, and every once in a while I'll go in there and I'll find some good things or whatever. But like, there's far and few, like it with where I live, I have to travel to get to like
Yeah.
certain other shops or whatever.
Mhm.
Not everything's real close because Oklahoma's like wide out, like we're
It's
spread
why you
apart.
spread out, right?
Yeah, spread apart. It's like it's far, like
Mhm.
we can see you coming. We can see you coming. So
Dusty Road.
yeah. So I ended up, what was it? Oh, let me show this. I got to show this. This is my Grail. This is my Thanatos Grail. This is my
Oh,
them
he has
legs.
that, man. Yeah, he loves
Yeah.
that book, bro.
Yes.
It's
Them legs.
the legs book.
Yeah, them legs. Yes.
Yeah, dude, them legs.
And I
Yeah.
had as soon as I bought this book, I was in Tulsa and I bought this book. I instantly messaged Thanatos. I was like, Thanatos, look,
He
them
always has it
legs.
right behind him, man. He always has that book right behind him.
Yeah. And so I had to get one because he had one. And then like, what's funny is the guy that I bought this from in Tulsa, bought another book from that dude in Chicago at C2E2 because I seen him again,
Oh,
him and his wife, and they remembered me too
oh, that's
because
awesome,
I
man.
bought them legs from him.
Them legs, son. Them legs.
And then like when I bought it from him, he had it, and it was like he said he when he bought it, he said his friend had told him, like one of his investor buddies had told him that to get this book because it's one of those books that you need to get.
Uh-huh.
And he told me that when he bought it, he never opened it. He just put it in a bag and board and just left it there. So like when I sent it in, I didn't get it pressed and clean, so it could be still a 9.8.
Bro,
So,
you always got it. I made that mistake myself.
yeah,
I had a whole mess of 9.6s because I
yeah,
wouldn't do it because I'm like, no, man, it's new, it's this, it's that.
yeah.
It's like, you gotta get it pressed. You gotta
And
get it pressed, bro.
it's like sometimes I kick myself for that, but it's like, but this one when I send it in, I am getting this one pressed and cleaned, and this one will be CGC coming up because I definitely want to get this done
You
before
gotta get that pressed.
before anything happens with this book. And if you haven't got one yet,
Get it.
in on it. Get in on it.
And you gotta let them know about the mask.
Yeah. Oh, the mask is in, and get it with the mask because the mask is in there. If you don't have the mask, I think you get a green label.
Yeah, you get it like it. What is it like? If it didn't have the tattoos, right?
Yeah. Basically, yeah, it's incomplete. So
Exactly.
this one has a. Do you go to the shop, man? You know him, huh? That's my bro. Yeah, Splash Page knows my bro. Yeah, Tank. Tank's the dog's name. Tank. Yeah. You've been there. Splash Page has been to the honey hole.
Yeah, I was about to ask. You know the honey hole, right?
Yeah, he knows the honey hole.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because he said, "Do you go to the shop with the bulldog?" Yes, I do. That's Tank. Tank is the awesomest dog. He still has that dog. I was just there today.
Hey, you know what you were saying about the getting impressed? This was a 7.5.
What?
It was a 7.5. I had it slapped. I sent it in. It came back at 7.5, and I was like, you know what? This book is worth it. Let me get it pressed, and it came back a 9. So man, it's always worth it, dude.
That is hilarious that like Splash Page knows him. Like he's been there. Like but Splash Page, am I not lying though? When you go in his shop, he has like a lot of stuff just laying around. It's like keys and boxes everywhere. Just
You know
crazy.
what it was? He gave out too much information, man. He figured it out.
Oh, it's all good. He said he's been up here though, because he lives in Texas and he comes up here anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's not that far away. Him and Legend lives down in Texas too. And then I forgot somebody else lives in Texas too. Down
There's
below
a lot
me.
of people in Texas, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in Texas. I think like me and Kingpin Comics is the only one that I know. Yeah, it's in Oklahoma. Yeah.
We're in Houston. Comic Jabroni, I think, is somewhere over there.
Yeah, Comic Jeroni's in Texas. He's in like Selma, Texas, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, man.
It's like it's weird, man. It's funny when you find out like who's doing like who is like a collector and who's like in the books and stuff. And it's like I said, it just brings people together and it makes everything better.
Like, look, you're the first person I've ever talked to from Oklahoma, I think. But
and to contrary belief, people, We do not ride horses. We do not, unless we have a farm. And I don't live on a farm. I live in a city in a suburb.
That's awesome, bro. But it's true,
So,
man. You meet people you never would have known, man.
so I'm gonna tell you a real quick story. All right, when I was a real hardcore gamer, my buddies were from New York, and they haven't came in the chat yet, but they're from New York, and uh, what they do is like one of my buddies. He's from the Dominican, and he's always talking crap about Oklahoma. He's
Bro,
like,
my wife
oh.
knows what you just said, bro. My wife's from it ain't the Dominican. What the hell's the Dominican? I'm from the Dominican Republic. Get it right, bro. She's always correct. I always call her, yeah, you're from Dominican. She says shit.
No, my brother, like he says it that way too. Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah, you have to say that. You can't say that, or you either say DR. Either you say DR.
Or
Yeah,
DR.
or DR. That's all you can say. And my buddy was like, he would be telling me stuff like, he's like, hey, go out there and feed your cows and give me some milk.
And what you doing back?
And it's like one time he sent me a picture, right? He sent me a picture like, this is where you live, and it was like a farm with cows and stuff. And so I sent him back a picture of Oklahoma City. I was like, no, I live in a city. See, look. And he is like, yeah, but I still see a cow. So yeah, my gaming buddies are hilarious. So I just have a fun time with them. So do you have anything coming up on your channel, bro?
Dude, I'm ready for the slap down, dog.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta say, I was like, man, you watch this, I'm gonna go out on the first round, and I got the headlights, and it's like, dude, I'm a butt man. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh, that's me too.
So I was able to scrunch up a few, and I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous, but and I'm going against my boy Biggs.
Oh, promo! Like, you
going
against Big?
I'm going up against Biggs.
Biggie shot. Oh,
I got some stuff I'm planning, and bro, if I get past Biggs, I got even more stuff coming, dude. It's gonna be a little bit of, I got
because Biggs can cut them promos. Like I cut promos good too. And Biggs be on that. Well, Biggs is like I'm here, and Biggs is like Biggs, right here. Yeah, but Legend is up here.
Yeah. Yeah, Legend's up there. And bro, man, how can you not love Biggs, man?
Yeah, it's like that. I enjoyed getting him on Bro Talk. It was awesome to have him on Bro Talk today.
Oh my God, did you just see his joy, man? God, it was just awesome, dude. He's just a guy. But that's about it. I'll probably do a haul video next week, and that's about it, dude. I just can't wait till the Slapdown gets started, dude.
Oh man, me too. So if you're not up on the know, Slapdown is all right. You know how we've been doing the hunt with the wrestling promos, and we've been showing our books. Well, we're starting a whole show where it's just dedicated to that, called Slapdown. It's the Comic Hunting Federation, and it's Slapdown, boy. And we're crowning. We're having a tournament to crown the first inaugural Slapdown champion. And then we're gonna. If you've never watched the hunt, go watch the hunt, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Hialeah Lucha Libre is coming at you.
Yes.
Hialeah Lucha Libre is coming.
Yes.
You better be ready, Biggs. Biggs, I'm talking to you, son. You better get it ready. Oye, prepárate, papi. I'm coming for you, babe. I'm coming for you, Biggs.
That is good, bro. So next week, my guest on What's Your Grail is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that coined the phrase that I love to say, G-Pap. If you don't know who G-Pap is, that's the Godfather, man. You know who G-Pap is. That dude's got some knowledge, and I want to know what his grail is. I want to pick his brain. I want to see what he has to say about grails. I want to know what he has to talk about, man. So G-Pap is my guest next week. Be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be live, dude. Awesome. And Hialeah Comic Bro, man. Dude, I enjoyed this, man. I had a great time with you, man.
My pleasure, man. I can't believe I'm on with you, man. I can't believe it finally happened, bro. I'm so happy.
Man.
Thank you for asking me, bro.
So, guys, everybody in the chat, man, I'd like to thank y'all for hanging out with us. It's been a crazy day, but I had to say this, that, yeah. That's my little one. And you guys have a good one, man. And I love all y'all. And keep hunting, man. And
keep hunting.
Peace. And I'll see you on the hunt.